Another sold-out show. It was great. There's a couple more coming for Father's Day. If you want to see it, just go to glennbeck.com and you'll find it. But this is a school book, okay? Page from a school book. Declaration of Independence. This is from McDonald Publishing. Declaration of Independence. It says here, the Declaration expanded these ideas that all men are created equal, and they are endowed ... with certain unalienable rights. Endowed by whom? ... that we've reduced God to ... Then they had to destroy our Constitution, our founders, our faith, and now they're recreating the civil rights movement, everything. I talked to you about this last week. This time, though, the radicals, the people that used to call our police officers pigs, they don't call them pigs anymore. What was it Van Jones said? Drop the radical pose for the radical ends. So they don't have to say pig anymore. Instead, they say, I don't have any of the facts, but the police acted stupidly. Well, I'd rather have people call the police officers pigs, so at least we know who they are. They don't call the military baby killers anymore. The same people that used to, the very same people that used to call our military baby killers are now the people at the top. They're now the people in charge. They don't call them baby killers anymore. No, no, no. Instead now, they say, we're going to give you a medal for restraint. For restraint. That's what our military does every day. What are you talking about? You're going to give them a medal for... What they're saying is, baby killer, don't kill any babies today. That's the top. The radicals are at the top. Now, who's in the place of the radicals? You are. You are. And they're everything. Everything now is the civil rights movement. Show the picture of Nancy Pelosi. Showed you this last week. Now, what do you think that is? Here's John Lewis. Who is she? That's Martin Luther King. This is the civil rights movement. And she went into the sea of the angry radicals, the Tea Party. The difference is, look at these faces. Smile, 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 smile. Stupid, smile, smile. They're all smiling. Look at the real civil rights movement. There's no smiles here. Afraid, suspicious, terrified, terrified, suspicious, afraid, afraid, afraid. That's a lot different. That's the real civil rights movement. How is it? How is it conservatives are allowing the civil rights movement to be taken by these clowns? You kidding me? These people stood for equal justice. Equal justice, not social justice. There is a revival going on in America, and the left hates it. Oh, they hate it. Remember I told you about this book last week? It's been #1 for the last week. Been #1 on Amazon.com. Look at this. This is from Media Matters, that left-wing George Soros-funded media machine that is now referring to me as a jihadist. Well, I mean, we're making progress. At least they'll admit that there are jihadists. Now, I'm a jihadist. Why? How does a 4-year-old tome by a little-known leader of a seminary, published by a small unknown outfit dealing with the religious beliefs of a figure who has been dead for 2 centuries, coming in at a staggering 3.2 pounds in paperback, or 1,208 pages, become a #1 best-selling book? If you don't know the answer by now, you haven't been paying attention. 2-word explanation, Glenn Beck. Show the headline again, if you can, of what this was on Media Matters. Can you pull that up? There it is. Beck pushes distorted view of Washington's Christianity to #1. It's distorted. It's 200 pages of footnotes. And they say it's me. I say it's one word. God. One word. How about this word? Revival. Maybe a revival is happening. I know. Who could we blame this on? You. You are waking up. You're waking up. There's a choice. You know it. You can live in the lie, or you can stand in the fire of truth. I want to show you a couple of things. First, headline from the Washington Post today. Here it is. One false move in Europe could set off a global chain reaction. One false move in Europe could set off a global chain. Gee, who said that? Who said that? I said that 3 years ago. I said, look for an Archduke Ferdinand moment. There's going to be a moment in time with the perfect storm. People will dismiss it as they don't even know what it means. But it will set the world on fire. Finally, the Washington Post, welcome to the party, Washington Post. How about this one? Wiener is on Bill O'Reilly tonight because I'm a fear-mongering. Congress should investigate me fear-mongering. How about Time Magazine? Today in economic grimness. First one, jobless claims rise by largest amount in 3 months. Paul Krugman, next story, speculates America is becoming a lost decade. And here's the last one. The brooding Nouriel Roubini says cash is the place to be, with the possibility of another 20% market drop on the horizon. But it's not just these clowns. It's politicians, too. This is Bill Clinton at Yale this weekend. Watch.
The world you live in, for all of its joys, has three problems not very much in evidence here today. It is too unstable, it is too unequal, and it is completely unsustainable.
Got it? It's unstable. Panic! It's unequal. Fix it. And it's completely unsustainable. It'll collapse. Not only is he preaching fear here, he's preaching lies, distortion, and corruption. This has nothing to do with CO2. It has everything to do with lies. But they're starting just to tell you the truth now. He says the world is too unequal. What did Martin Luther King march for? Equal rights. That's what I always thought. That's why we gave a holiday to the man standing up, fighting for equal rights, equal justice. Not according to Al Sharpton. Now they're changing history. Here it is.
Someone was saying to me the other day, Reverend Sharpton, we got an African-American president, we've achieved the dream of Dr. King. And I told him that was not Dr. King's dream. It's a great thing. I'm working with the president and supporting the president. But the dream was not to put one black family in the White House. The dream was to make everything equal in everybody's house.
TARP's not going to work. The bailouts aren't going to work. Just hiring somebody else to go to Washington and be a new politician like Scott Brown, that's not going to work. There's a fire that has started in America. A sacred fire that has started in America. I'll show you the answer and where we go from here when we come back. I want to pick up where we left off because we have a choice. We can either continue to bury our heads in the sand and play the same game and also continue to just expect the answer to come from Washington and the political process, which I mean is the definition of insanity. Or we can look at things a different way. There is a fire that is burning. It's about to consume things. You know, I read the Moses story. Can you put up the burning bush for me? What is that? This is where Moses came and said, Moses, take off your shoes, and man, you look like Charlton Heston. And he went up to the bush, and it was a fire that burned but did not consume. Well, what is that fire? What is that fire? That fire is the truth. And that's why things are being destroyed now, because there's no truth behind stuff. The bankers were all destroyed because there's no truth. It was a scam. Washington's about to be destroyed because it's a scam.